Well, good morning, y'all. Happy Friday. Oh, my goodness. Crazy week. Lots of stuff going on. And thank goodness for Tracy. She's, the world's perfect assistant to remind me, hey, it's Friday. You got to do Friday from the heart. And I was like, oh, yeah. And so I talked last week, I talked about the tragedy in Thomas County with losing some of the high school students to a tragic accident, but that I had been thinking about some other things, and a couple of the things I was thinking about seem more appropriate timing-wise to talk about today. And one of them is new beginnings. And when I think about things that change real quickly, and for me, this has been opportunities that have come along with the couple new gift shops that I'm now owner or part owner of. And I always think of the quote from Hope Floats. I don't know if many of y'all like that movie as much as I do, but Sandra Bullock says in there that beginnings are often scary and endings are usually sad, but it's the middle part, right? It's the middle part that counts. That's where life is. So new beginnings are scary, and that's where I feel like I am with these two new businesses with Oh Happy Day and Boston Marketplace. But I also feel like I'm already in the middle part because I've been here since August 1st. I guess it's not a year yet, so it's still the beginning of what I hope to be a long life here with Keller. But it took a while for all these pieces to fall in place, and now they have. But beginnings are scary. It's scary trying to do all of this. But I am so grateful for the opportunity, and I feel super excited about it. Even as tired as I am, I feel so excited. So today, in just a little while, we're opening for the first time at Oh Happy Day with just Oh Happy Day gifts in there. Up until Monday, Amy had shared Oh Happy Day with a clothing company called Lucky Pearl. And it's a new beginning for the lady that owned that too, because she has expanded into a bigger shop. And so these new beginnings are really great for Monticello. Big believer in women-owned businesses. So we have a bigger clothing store downtown. And then to partner with Amy at Oh Happy Day, it is just the happiest little gift shop. And I'm getting ready to move some of our Keller's word art and stuff in there. And we have worked very hard. Destiny has done so much of it. Anyway, to get it looking super cute and rearranged. And so I just feel like it's a new beginning everywhere. And Amy is doing great, and her new job is director at the chamber here. So that's how that all came about. So excited about new beginnings and trying to let those butterflies that come from the scary part of it hang on to that for excitement, right? So that's where I am with all of that. But what can take the wind out of our sails, this was the other thing I wanted to talk about last week, is words from people like how and why is it that the negative stuff or the derogatory stuff, that's what sticks with us, right? Like if you lined up 100 people and 99 said something nice about you, it's the one that didn't is who you'd remember. And somebody made the comment and didn't think anybody else was in earshot about why does she want to do everything mediocre? And why is one thing not great? A couple weeks later, why is that sticking with me? Because we hang on to that. But I've tried so hard to rewrite that script in my head that it may look mediocre now, but I know I'm giving my best. And I know that we've had probably one of the roughest months we've ever had with Keller's Creations, with issues out of my control. But I also know that we are 100 times better as a company than we were 5 years ago. We're better than we were this time last year. And I know our products are better than they have absolutely ever been. And we've worked hard this week to figure out with my new staff here So I'm not always waiting for Wendy to come in to save us from stuff. Anyway, so we're working on things. Customer service and orders. These young girls are doing great. And they're going to get to where I don't have to touch all of that. So I can just be near them doing the design stuff. And they can be running around doing the legwork. I mean, I need to find some wood to knock on in my car. I don't see any. But knock on wood, this was my last super hard week on this old body. I am sore and I am tired. But I don't want to do anything mediocre. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to give it my all and give it my best. And I think the reason I'm bringing this up to y'all is I'm not looking for somebody to go, oh, Kim, you're doing great, because I know how we have been struggling. But to remind you to change the narrative in your head, right? Like if somebody says something bad or that kind of takes the wind out of your sails, do what I've been trying to do this week. And it's like, no, I'm working hard to do great things. I know the things I'm doing are going to be good for the people in Monticello. I know they're going to be good for me and Keller. I know they're going to be good for y'all with the things that I can bring. You know, we're going to be able to have new kinds of flash sales and new virtual things that we couldn't do before. There's so much good that's going to come from it. So I know what my vision is. And for somebody to call me out on something a week in, really? Like, I do a lot in a week. I do a lot. But at 3 weeks in at Boston Marketplace, and now 3 or 4 or 5 weeks in, the way it looks at Oh Happy Day, like I see the fruit of our labors and I see my vision coming to life. And I just kept telling myself, besides trying to claim stuff that God tells us is true about ourselves, I've been thinking about Brene Brown, and I've tried to quote this before and I mess it up every time, but if you're not in the ring fighting the fight, you don't get a say. So somebody that is not self-employed and not a single mom and not working 20 hours a day, you don't get much of a say over me. And all of us that are fighting the good fight and trying to make this world a better place and trying to lift each other up, our voices need to be the ones we listen to, right? Well, true fashion, Friday from the heart, I'm rambling a lot, but those are the things that have been on my mind and that I am constantly telling myself this week. Like, I'm in the fight and I'm fighting for great. I'm not here to settle for mediocre. And if it appears that way, I just want to say, just take a seat and hang on and watch at the stuff we are trying to do. And if you're trying to make the world a better place, like I'm trying to do with paper and now with some little cute gifts, like, come on, let's cheer each other on and let's push those naysayers aside. All right, my break time in my car is up. I'm heading back to, I don't know what job number it is for today. I'm bouncing around all over the place today. But happy Friday. That's what's on my heart. And as always, I love y'all.